Water. It nourishes, replenishes, causes civilizations to thrive. Since the dawn of time, human beings have pondered and planned its use. The simple issue of water has brought together one village in northern Thailand with a team of students from New Hampshire. Here is their story.
So did you guys get back? Today is going to be a long day.
Students at University of New Hampshire have been working with Sanasuk Village for the past couple of years, and when they first came here, they installed a water filtration system and then worked on the sanitation system, and then they also built a dorm, and this portion we're trying to divert the water from the spring to flow so that they could plant crops more easily.
The students have planned and designed. Now, the reality of the living project must be addressed.
Here in Thailand, what we've been doing is trying to work with the hill tribe people who have pretty much migrated south out of southwest China over the past century. And of the 6 major hill tribes, we're working with the Lisu, Lahu, and the Aka. And their primary problem is living up on the mountaintops. So what EWB is helping out with at this point is to bring water from the stream going by this river. The water has to cross 3 ravines. So what the engineering students are now helping with is to put permanent support posts in the ravines and get 14-inch PVC pipe coming through. And that's going to give them enough water to plant crops year-round.
You know, on paper, it's totally different. We designed all semester, and then we showed up here and, you know, designing from a picture. Now we get up here, everything's totally different. It's actual real-world engineering as opposed to just sitting in a classroom.
The jungle environment is quite different from university labs and lecture halls. The team's ability to respond to the challenges of this terrain will determine whether or not their project will succeed.
Engineers Without Borders was founded on the basis that we would use students in the projects so that we develop the sense of social responsibility and humanitarian work for the engineers before they got out of college and before they went too far in their career, so that as they were growing, they could always relate to that and even promote it within the corporations they go to.
He says, boy, these are heavy, but for our village, I'll do anything.
The students' capacity to see the larger issues confronting this community is also important. They must communicate and develop solutions that will work for the villagers long after EWB has gone.
A number of villagers who are getting stomach sickness, and they'd have to go to the hospital. It'd be really painful for them. So that was why the first project got started here. Was they were drinking out of just an open pit that water was getting pumped into, and it was just contaminated water that they were drinking. So the main point is just to make them more of a subsistence village, so they aren't relying on outside sources of food and money.
Now, before, relying mainly on rainwater and the little bit of water that came through the ditch, we could only plant 1 crop of rice a year. This is going to enable us to plant soybeans, garlic, corn, cabbages, chili peppers. The fields will be productive all year round, thanks to the EWB project.
I became inspired to get really involved with EWB because I think it's a really wonderful thing for students, professionals, anyone to be involved with. This is a way to see how people live in the village and how people like us, us volunteers, what we bring to the village and how we work with them. Because I want to bring this information back to the people I work with, to my friends, to the professional organization that I'm trying to bring up.
The whole village is very grateful for the young people, American kids coming from such a distance. This is something that's just hard for them to fathom, that people would have such concern, and want to thank the parents and the people over there sending these young students to come and help us, working alongside them And it's been a great encouragement to their young people as well to see the dedication of the American students.
With the water flowing to the fields, the villagers will now have the ability to sustain and grow their community. The students have made friends who will never forget them and indelibly changed one community. Water. For this small village, it is now a resource they can control. Tomorrow will bring forth new challenges, and Engineers Without Borders will be there, building a better world, one community at a time.